Hello everybody and welcome to Factorio. This is the vanilla series and I'm going to start doing a Megabase for. Well, at least I'm going to get a base up that we can hopefully expand into a Megabase. But this is slightly increased resources for everything. There's slightly more to be expected from it. And I've dug out the map that I think is the best, and this one's got kind of water down the bottom side and stuff like that, so hopefully this will offer us. But we're going to start a new series on basically making ourselves a Megabase, hopefully. That's the aim. So let's do what we usually do to start off with, and let's get ourselves some iron building here. Let's just pop in. Got any? Yeah, we've got one piece. Save that for now. We'll look for our usual basics. And yeah, so this series hopefully will be something I'm going to try and do more regularly than I have done the hard mode. The hard mode, I've had some issues with my recording on it, so I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm in the process of working on that. If you'd like to see the Death World series, then let me know, and I will push to get that done. But right now, I'm going to concentrate on a vanilla into Megabase build, hopefully. Chuck what wood got into here. Okay. Gotta remember my keys again because it's been that long since I've played it. But we'll get back into it because I'm a little rusty, but I'm hoping some of the techniques that I had from the previous will be remembered, and we can get ourselves a bit of a sizable base going early on. Now what I have done is I've increased the starting area so the biters won't bother us just too early, but when they do bother us, they'll bother us in quite a sizable force. So I've definitely not made them easy, but they're also not too hard like they are in the Death World. So fingers crossed that won't be too much of a problem later down the line. Everything else is pretty much standard settings, you know, what you would expect. It looks like we actually already have biters just on the edge there. Now hopefully that'll still be plenty of time before we reach them. I'm going to grab myself some of these so I can set up ready for our typical automated coal production. There we go, a bit of coal out of the huge rock there. So as you would expect, you know, the start is a little bit slow, but bear with it, and hopefully we can. We're going to need them for our burner mine anyway. So yeah, so hopefully it won't be too bad a start. Let's get the iron plates out of that. Okay, can we build some more? Yeah. Or so we'll get two more going. No, got two. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I am doing things a little backwards, but hopefully get into setting everything up properly. Going, and we're gonna get some iron out of them. Right, now that they're producing 3 lots of iron, I'm obviously going to set up on my coal side of things. But yeah, during this series, let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions, or if you'd like to see something specific, or you know, like a certain build or something like that, let me know. Hopefully we can see something pretty cool. That should now produce itself, and we can now concentrate on more iron. As always, as I say, the starting bit's a little slow, but we'll get through it as quickly as we can. Then, as I say, we're going to hopefully plan to have something a little bit special as we go through. Now, as I say, that the Death World series was kind of fun to do, but prevented me with a lot of issues for some reason. And I don't know whether that was just down to some of the updates. There have been quite a lot of updates lately. So hopefully we get to see some of that stuff. Like the coal that we've got. Get this. Press the right button. Now, if you see something that you think I could do that's a little bit quicker, bear in mind it's been quite a while since I've done Factorio. I've been concentrating heavily on some other guides and stuff like that. So if you spot something I'm not doing that's a little bit easier, call me out in the comment section. I have no problems with that whatsoever. I know, but I'm not using my toolbar yet. Well, I'm not using. Let's get on though. We can have them on there. Let's get 3 more of these set up. I know I've only got 2 here, but I might expand my whole production. There we go. Here. Oh, yeah. Go. It's just a case of, yeah, so I think we've got a nice setup here of 3 main resources. Obviously, there are other resources that we're going to need. The stone's a bit further away. Not much of a problem at the moment, but later down the line, we're going to need to set up something. Now, there is only 3 patches here, 3 major patches. We're going to have to spread out pretty quick, get some of these basic resources, which is absolutely fine. I'm planning on hopefully getting trains used a bit more this time and different kinds of transport and stuff, so we're not relying on everything. So I'm going to try and do, I'm not sure if I'm going to do, I'll probably do a main bus system. We'll certainly have a smelting operation, and I'm going to set the trains up to go into the smelting operation as well. We've got plenty of space for it. Obviously these 3 main resources are going to take up where we're going to probably put our train system ultimately. Resources, there we go, and hopefully we should have a bit more, get some more now. Build 1 more. Let's just go. Okay, so let's start thinking about doing some automation here now. So we're going to need some power. We're going to obviously need chests. Now what can we do for research? Now, obviously we're going to need to do some research in our pockets. Oh, let's... Automation science pack. So we need copper plates. We're going to have to start concentrating on getting some copper now. So let's get 1, 4, set up. Again, place you here. Go. Now I do want to expand on my whole production for now. 4 more are you done. There we go. We're slowly getting there with the coal production. I've got anywhere near enough. Nowhere near enough to power this just yet. Get in there. So we've got the steam engine and the boiler recipes. We still need offshore pumps, and obviously we're going to need our electric mining drills. But right now we're going to need copper for that. Obviously the circuit. I'm going to place you bar here. So. Iron plates done. Right, let's expand our coal production. Should power everything up nicely. We're all connected. That should give me a little bit more coal now. There we go. So we've now got our copper plates going. Iron plate. Now, so let's have a look. Right. So first things first, we need to set up some power. So we're going to need an offshore pump. Need a single boiler for now. and 2 steam engines. We need some sort of power line. We've only got 2 available because we've got no wood. We need a burner inserter, transport belts, use an iron chest for now. Let's just go about and see if we've got. Let's just dig up some wood. Power lines. And the good thing is the water is right next to our markers, so sorry, our main smelting production that we've got at the moment, so it shouldn't be too bad traveling, getting the power to travel to it. A bit of wood now to keep it going. Excellent. So I'm probably going to set it up here. Oh. Go ahead and set our first here. This is the lower section, so what I'm going to do is pipe to ground. We need one of them first. Pipes. Well, we're going to pipe to ground, so I'm going to pipe it underground first, and I travel here. Boiler to connect. So pipe. I'll do pipe. Our steam engines. 1, 2 steam engines. We're obviously going to need some way of getting coal into the system. Now, I would put in a belt system here, but because we are currently not set up, I'm just going to place that there, and we're just going to leave that for now because obviously we don't actually need any power for anything just yet, but it's all set up ready to go. Obviously we're going to want belts, so remind myself I'm going to want some belt system here. No, not that. Actually put the belts on. I'm going to want to set up a belt there. We're going to go around and collect all of our resources. Go. Let's collect up our coal. We should have plenty of coal now. Oh yes. Lots more coal, so we can now filter these. Also, we're already doing a lot of pollution here, so we're not far off this base, so we've just got to be careful. Go. Plenty more coal, and we'll place that into our grills here. Not got massive amounts, about 20 in each, so that's not too bad then. Plenty of iron plates now. Plenty of copper plates. So let's think about, we're going to want a lab. Get the lab going. We're going to want science packs now. We're going to want 10 science packs for our first research. Our first research is obviously going to be automation. And we're going to have a look at some other bits and bobs here. We don't need steel just yet. We don't need the stone walls just yet. Military possibly. Logistics definitely. And obviously optics, it'd be good to have some lights about, and turrets for stopping the. We're going to want turrets fairly early on as well. As I say, these groups will probably be quite large. Got some power lines. Let's place the power lines on the belt. All I'm going to do now, because this isn't a proper setup, well, the power supply is definitely a proper setup. Because I want now, because I want to change all this, and I'm going to want to put a proper lab up and stuff like that, I'm just going to place my lab in there. Then I'm going to get some coal and place some coal into here, so it'll start producing power for me. Now, because the lab's not using the power, we should be able to just sit on what it's got, and it's too bad. Don't use right. That one. We'll go and place a couple of stacks in here and keep it. Now, the lab is the only thing using the power at the moment, so and then place a couple in there. There we go. So we've got power to the lab, so we can now place our red science in there. The last red science is done. So we can leave that just to get our automation set up. And with the automation and then logistics, we should hopefully be able to get our coal production into some stage where it's actually providing us with some automated power supply. Get rid of this then. I do like this, but this creates a lot of pollution obviously, and you have to keep collecting it all the time. So we'll hopefully get away from that. Get into some power soon. Things are already progressing pretty quickly, and I like it. It's just a little bit of a tedious start, but we're tapping all three here. We obviously still want to tap into the stone. Stones are used that we're going to need, but we're going to start looking at getting some electric mining drills. So I'm going to produce 10 electric mining drills, so it's all ready for us. Got plenty of resources to do that. Keep topping up the coal for now and keep putting it into our system that requires it. Going through coal quite quickly. Go. Pull the lights out. Not doing too far on our automation as well, so let's just go ahead and get 10 more science packs ready for the next one. Now obviously we're busy doing the mining drills, so we won't be ready for 10 more. That power looking. So available power 900 kilowatts, we're only using 30 kilowatts. One. Okay, there we go, automation's done. So let's go ahead and get our logistics set up. We need 15. Let's just check that. Oh no, 20, sorry. Five there. Got 5 more electric mining drills coming. Now obviously I want power first, or at least I want power and the ability to get coal first. And the way I do it is I tend to set up that coal there, coal there. We can go ahead and we can set up. Now if you do it like that, I tend to find it can be a little bit of a pain. And obviously they overlap, so what I tend to do is I tend to set it something like so. Using less drills, same area. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. Also means you can run power between them and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit easy. Make sure they are connected. So we're obviously going to need plenty of belts here. Onto there. Okay, yeah. Go. Let's get ourselves as many of the belts we can. Collect our resources. And what this is going to do is not going to give us automation on these to fuel them and stuff like that, but we can start looking at automation for them. Power poles set up ready as well. Oh, we got some red science as well, so we can shove that into our lab. I can get going. Now obviously what I want to do is I want to kind of, so if you press onto where an original pole is, move yourself and keep hold of the left mouse button, it does drop it in conjunction of like the furthest distance it can travel. So that'll do me. And then what I can do is you can either, you can set it up so it works perfectly between pole lines and stuff like that. I probably will do something like that. I'll probably spread it out a little bit so it takes up a little bit more space. I don't think it's too compact. I know in Factorio a lot of people make compact bases, but I want to be away from the compact. I want nice, organized bases that are quite spaced out, plenty of room to maneuver, and you know everything I want to do. Okay, we're starting to do. We got the last 8 science. Get that into lab. Go. What we can do is we can actually have a look at making this a little bit more spread out as well. So we can place a connector in the middle of there just so it looks a little bit nicer. But I'm not too worried. I do like this setup. It's quite nice. It works well. So we'll leave that for now. Got another connection point there. I'll see the distance between the two. I don't. You might be able to put 2 boilers in. We'll have a look at that and we'll see. But I could just plod along now. Get our logistics done. That'll be useful for us. Right, we've now got ourselves some. Let's start putting. I'm not worried too much about passing through things like that because I can change that stuff later on. I just want to make it direct as possible right now, just so we got an idea of where we're going. Work things out later. Right, okay, so that's set up, ready to go. Now we need the power lines, which are coming through now as well. And then all I'm going to do for now is I'm going to just run it up like so. Again, it's just going to remember where the connection is. I'm going to make everything nice and tidy later down the line so things work well. All I'm going to do is just run it. It'll actually keep the power supply running for your stuff as well. So if you do it like that, it'll run it where it pick up the line and power your stuff as well. Right, what this now means is I can now just run along the belt and collect the coal. Now obviously the belt's empty at the moment, so it's, you know, all on there. But once it gets backed up here, I'm going to go ahead and break this box here now. Stuff in the system going. That burner inserter here, so this burner inserter will pick up the coal off the belt, power itself, and then power our system. We can use the spare coal now to keep these topped up. And of course, we do still have our drills here. Now I'm going to remove these, and everything that's inside them will also be placed into inventory along with drills. And I'm not going to get rid of the drills just yet because we can use them for the stone that's a bit further away from us. Pop up the cam. Yeah, I think that's everything popped up there. Yep, we're topped up. Let's go ahead and empty all them. Empty all them, so we've got plenty of resources on us. And obviously now we've got ourselves some assembly machines set up, open, sorry, from our research. We can start looking at doing some automation. Things like gears and stuff like that will be useful for us because obviously we're currently making gears, copper cables, iron sticks and gears, and obviously electronic circuits we're making in our backpacks of them. Get ourselves some armor. We don't have the weapon at the moment, but we'll unlock that at a certain stage. We could do with a radar and some turrets as well. But right now we need to get ourselves set up so we've got electric mining drills and stuff like that, and this proper smelting system. Now I already have a blueprint for a smelting system, just there, and it's my favourite one. So I'm going to get some location set up. I'll probably do it. I'm probably going to do it here. What I tend to do is I don't like them. Now, a lot of people have them close together so they can connect between each other, but I've noticed it just makes it look a little untidy. So I'm going to get myself a little bit of space between one. So, and then all I do is I'll put a connection in the middle there. We've got 3 set up there, ready to go. Well, that's going to be the next kind of thing we build. But we've got ourselves, our logistics is completed. We've got ourselves some coal production now, which is now backed up nicely, so we can go ahead and just pick up off the belt. And as you can see, that's just stacking it up nicely. We're gonna lose this requirement fairly soon. As you can see now, I'm hardly emptying the coal that I've got, so we're keeping everything filled up nicely. The only time I'm going to need that coal now is when we come to do the stone production here. That'll make more sense when we get to that. We've got plenty of plates, plenty of everything else. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to whack on some transport belts. Now we've got ourselves the underground belts and the splitters, which is a requirement for this this design here. Now this is a compact design, and it doesn't work brilliantly with the small electric poles. When you get the bigger electric poles, the medium ones, they work a lot better in this, but it'll do. As you can see, we needed underground belts and we needed splitters. We also needed inserters as well for that, and obviously we need some more power poles. So let's go ahead and create some more power poles. Then I'm going to want to build some more belts. Create plenty of belts. Want some undergrounds and splitters. That's pretty much used all of that iron that we just used. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, we also need some stone. Because I don't think I can go ahead and make stone furnace. So, just grab some dead log. So realistically, we could do with having a little bit more stone than what we've got at the moment. So let's set our nearest stone supply all the way up there. Looks like it is. Let's go ahead and set up something for stone. Well, I'm going to get myself 4 of these. I'm going to need 4. We'll just do 4 wooden chests for now. Now the only problem is obviously we're producing a lot here. Let's just, while we wait for that, let's just fill out our belts and stuff. Now that we've got some belts. Now, if you haven't seen one of these before, you'll notice that looks a bit crazy, but it works wonders. It really does. This is a compact system that I do like. Go ahead and we'll get all the belts ready to go on it. Now later down the line, when we start getting like robots and stuff like that, they'll produce stuff like this from the ghosting automatically. So that's something we're definitely gonna sort out for later on. Okay, underground belts. Let's get them placed on there. But we're gonna need 1 in for coal, and we're gonna need 1 in for iron. This will be iron for the first one. The splitters yet? They're just doing the splitters. Our power poles in. As you can see, the power poles are a little messy on this diagram. Or a blueprint, should I say? A little messy, but does do the job quite nice. Then all I can do is I can place 1 there, and that'll be ready. He's gonna. I could have been, a bit weird about him here and sprawling everywhere, but I just kind of like it where it's nice and tight. Right there. Oh, we're gonna need all sorts of inserters as well. We're gonna need some more iron. You see that massive pile of iron we just had is now completely gone, and since we're waiting for this to finish, I'm going to call it there for this because I still need you, and I'm still going to need. So we'll call episode 1 there. We've got our first setup done. We are ready to move on to more automation. So we're going to automate our iron production, get away from these, break these down. We can then probably use, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to break that down, and then I'm going to use them to fuel our stone production. Because we've got 15 furnaces coming up anyway. So thank you very much everybody for checking out the new Factorio series. Let me know any comments, anything you want to see, any builds, any ideas, suggestions, anything at all. This vanilla series is going to be all about trialing some new stuff, making a massive base, and just obviously doing the be all and end all of launching a rocket. But then we're going to do all sorts of stuff. So let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see something in a future episode. Until next time, everybody, take care for now. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye for now.